Racing this weekend at Te Aroha. It's been a meeting, Jason, that's been moved from Te Rapa.
And the rail will be out 5 metres for the 9-race program.
Yeah, heavy 11 track conditions there at Te Aroha today. We kick off with the amateur riders race, the Flair 1600, and money here with Fort Knox and Magic Ivan, who was really good last time out. 520 about Princess Raj, 650 for Into the Mystic, and also Ken to Keeper. The Myers pair out, I think Magic Ivan looks to be very hard to beat here for Emma Quinn. Let's move you on to race 2, the Patrons Maiden Hurdle. This one over the 2,800 metres. And a look at the market here. Cashel was very good last time out at Riccarton at 421.55. Henry Tudor comes up favourite though at 240 and 111 after a string of second placings.
Yeah, unfortunately Jochen Rindt coming out of this, Aiden, but Henry Tudor is definitely the horse to beat. Lee Horner to ride, and look, $2.40, it's as short as I'd want to go, but is the clear top pick for me.
Okay, the second of those two maiden hurdles is the Pakuranga Hunt Landowners Maiden Hurdle. This also over the 3,100 metres. And favouritism here with El Luchador, 220 and 108. Very good on the flank, Jason, with runs like the Kiwi Fruit Cup and the Parliamentary. Outstanding
flat form, as good a winter flat form as you could get before making a hurdle debut. He's the horse that I've got on top, has been seen at a jumping trial at Cambridge a little while ago, but by all accounts, this is a role that he's very adept, or going to be very adept in. Yeah, very hard to beat, isn't he? And the other one there, who I thought was some sort of chance, El Bayado, who comes in. Galante, a runner that piques the interest a little bit. Obviously, we know what he's done on the flat, but...
Yeah, exactly. Of course, the Sydney Cup winner and a winner of more than 2 million Group 1 wins in France and Australia. Let's move you on to the fourth, and this one, the feature hurdle of the program. It is the Corson Maze Open, and Laykeeper. 270 115 comes up a worthy favourite over Clap of Thunder, who was good last time out. El Disparo at 650 and 750 about Big Red Moon.
Certainly Laykeeper, with no change in Tamira coming out as the horse to beat, was outstanding at Riccarton in the Sydenham and also the Grand National hurdles, even though beaten in the latter of those races. So he's definitely the horse to beat, trained locally, loves the joint, was very convincing when last there. So Laykeeper on top.
Yep, the first of 3 races on the flat for non-amateur riders, and here we see the apprentices to the form. Waipipi Lad with Sam Spratt, the only senior jockey. Duffers Creek at 320 and 116, and Bacoris at 350. We're both pretty keen about Duffers Creek, Jason.
Yeah, Duffers Creek, the best of the weekend for me. Waipipi Lad should set the speed. Bacoris should be handy enough. Woodsman, you'd think, would widen into the race, and sitting off them, I think Duffers Creek, and then coming sort of hopefully the right part of the track to be produced and win.
Yeah, I'm interested in Woodsman. Just the heavier track conditions a bit of a concern, but there was enough merit in that last start run to think the $9 isn't too bad. Let's move you on to the Maiden Steeplechase Race 6, and this one over the 3,500 metres. You've got Mesmerise, who's been in terrific form, 360, 145. Kiddo at 380, Delacroix up from the south at 550, 620 Fast Catch, and $8 for Caballo Noir.
I couldn't really split Kiddo and Mesmerise, Aiden, in the race. Mesmerise, in the end, I went on top of Kiddo with Delacroix and also Fast Catch. So I didn't go outside of what the market's been framed by bookmakers at the moment, but Mesmerise, the top selection. You'd think he gets another chance to break through. I know he's been a fraction frustrating for those that have been backing him on a win line, but stick with him.
He did beat home Delacroix a couple of starts back. I think there's enough in that form. Let's move you on to the feature. This one is the Pakuranga Hunt Cup, sponsored by Bridges Insurance Services, and this one over the 4,200 metres now. Note the distance change there. Joint favourites here, the Big Opal and Perry Mason, both of them bringing terrific form for $25 out Jackson and $5.50 for the names bond.
I think Perry Mason can go on from what he did last start at Te Aroha with the extra 700 metres and win again the Pakuranga Hunt Cup. So he's on top for me, Perry Mason. Yeah,
he was pretty good at Trentham a couple of starts back as well, pushing Jamal, who's come out and won a Grand National. But the Big Opal's won 7 of 15. He is a super steeplechaser. Let's move you on to the 8th. This one, the Dunstan Feeds 1,200. Elusive Treasure back from the Foxbridge last weekend. 480 and 155. The big weight, though, 61.5. Whereas Midnight Runner would carry just the 51.5 with Julian Castano's claim. 380 about Dougie Resurrect at $4.
A very short Midnight Runner, given that he presents out of his grade, but he does have significant weight relief as a result of the claim. Yeah. So that offsets that to some degree. You've got Dougie returning from Sydney, having run 2 super races in New Zealand before going there. raced very keen over there and wasn't able to see out the trip. Back to 1200, home track. Dougie at $3.80 could prove to be an over. I know you're a little bit guessing on how he's come back from Sydney, but you'd trust Peter Lock to present him in good order.
There's a lot more pressure in that Sydney race. Just the small field here, you'd think that's going to suit, wouldn't you?
Agree.
Yeah, okay, let's move you on to the last of the 9. This one is the Fenceworks New Zealand Rural 1600, switching time at 3.90, 4.20 Yorkshire Dales, 4.50 My Gift, and Deluxe Edition, who did beat home Yorkshire Dales at Rotorua, saved ground last time, was pretty good last time out as well. My Gift wasn't too bad at New Plymouth last week. It's not a bad way to finish up this card.
Yeah, I think My Gift is ready to win, Yorkshire Dales ready to win, and we know Deluxe Edition, as you mentioned, beat Yorkshire Dales, even though there's 2 kilos against that horse meeting Yorkshire Dales this time. I'm with Yorkshire Dales. Actually, I didn't have too much between it and My Gift, but I'm sticking with Yorkshire Dales. We got beaten by a short margin last time. We'll go one more time, but I wouldn't be surprised to see My Gift run very well.
Yeah, just remember the meeting on Saturday transferred from Te Aroha to Te Aroha. Good luck with your selections there.